Good morning. Here at Bowie State University, I have.
Ovando Brown.
And can you spell that for us, please?
Ovando Brown.
How are you this morning?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm pretty good. With racism being a prominent issue in the black community, do you feel as though the University of Oklahoma SAE students were properly punished, even though only 2 of the students were expelled for racist chants?
I actually don't believe they were properly punished based on the fact that it was the whole organization that was singing that racist chant. To have only expelled 2 of them instead of the whole fraternity is a little bit asinine. Granted, they severed ties with the fraternity on that campus, but that's only a small step in exacting proper punishment. I do believe all of the students within that organization should have been expelled along with the fellow 2.
Okay, so with that being said, do you also feel as though the actions of the SAE fraternity is also a misrepresentation of the University of Oklahoma?
I do believe to some extent that it might be a misrepresentation of the University of Oklahoma, but then again, they do attend the University of Oklahoma. But that might be just a representation of that chapter of that organization, and to some degree, the representation of that organization in general.
All right, so it would be fair to say a proper punishment in your eyes would be if the whole bus that was participating in the chant and that was featured on YouTube should have been expelled.
Yes, I do believe that whole entire busload of people should have been expelled, because there were females in that bus from what I saw. So anyone that was involved in that act should have been expelled, or some sanctions other than having their fraternity banned off campus should have been exacted for proper punishment.
Okay, and it was said on the news that those women that were on the bus were the sister chapter to that fraternity. So do you feel as though the sorority should have been punished as well?
Yes, I do believe the sorority should have been punished also based on the fact that they are the sister organization for SAE. It's a one and the same system. It's one or the other. It's you say one, the other one does that. They were both on the bus. They both should have been punished. They both should have been sanctions placed against both organizations, both being the fraternity and the sorority.
All right. Thank you very much, Ovando Brown. 1, 2, 3. Good morning. I'm standing here with...
Jeffrey Walker.
And what's your classification?
A junior.
All right. With racism being a prominent issue in the black community, do you feel as though the University of Oklahoma SAE students were properly punished, even though only 2 of the students were expelled for racist chants?
I actually do not believe they were properly punished due to the fact that it was a whole busload of students on a bus, and I believe the whole chapter should have been suspended and not just 2 students, because, yeah, 2 people started, but everyone participated.
In that video that went viral on YouTube, there were also glimpses of women participating in the chant as well. It has been said that those alleged women are the sister sorority to that fraternity. Do you feel as though that sorority should have also been punished?
I do feel as though the sorority should be punished because the sorority was Tri-Delta and they were on the bus. And with fraternities and sororities, they were made to better the community, you feel me? So if Sigma Alpha Epsilon was being racist and disrespectful, they should have stopped it, especially being as though in a frat or sorority on campus you hold yourself to a higher standard.
Okay. So with that standard being set so high, do you feel as though the actions of SAE are a direct misrepresentation of the fraternity or also of the University of Oklahoma?
I think it's not a misrepresentation of the whole fraternity, but that chapter it is, because you can't punish a whole fraternity if just one section is doing it, because you don't know what the other sections of the fraternity are doing. You feel me? So like one section can't damage a whole fraternity.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. JEFFREYWALKER.
3, 2, 1. Good morning. I'm standing here today at Bowie State University with...
Christopher Bryce.
And can you spell that for me, Mr. Bryce?
CHRISTOPHERBRICE.
All right. With racism being a prominent issue in the black community, do you feel as though the University of Oklahoma SAE students were properly punished, even though only 2 of them were expelled for racist chants?
No, I do not. I feel as though they are also representative of the university and the fact that it's a learned behavior, so I feel as though there are more people inside the organization who feel the same way, which means they need to be investigated as well.
Okay. In the footage that went viral on YouTube, there were women in the background on the bus participating in the chant. It has been said that these women are involved in the sorority that's a sister to that fraternity. Do you feel as though these women should have also been punished?
Yes, I believe so, because they supported it and they did nothing to stop it, so they also need to be labeled in the punishment as well.
The SAE organization, do you feel as though this is a misrepresentation of their beliefs or a misrepresentation of the campus beliefs at the University of Oklahoma?
I believe as though it's a misrepresentation of the campus belief. As far as the fraternity, I believe that they're more than likely racist. The campus does not control what each fraternity does on its own private time, so I don't feel as though they should be punished and held accountable for it.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Bryce.